point he makes. I think when we throw around the word fascist, we lose the word fascist, and God forbid that we ever need it one day, and then we don't have it anymore. So when I see that on Facebook, it kind of makes me cringe as well. Also, speaking of fascist, I kind of feel like a Vita Peron up here. So if I burst into song, you'll understand why. So I have... Don't cry for... No, I won't. So I have the very, very good, unbelievably good fortune of making fun of things and people for a living, which my guidance counselor and teacher never, in high school, never told me about, so I'm going to go back and complain about that. Why didn't you tell me that mocking was a professional choice I could make? If I had known this when I was a child, that you could make a living making fun of things and being a satirist, I would have said you were crazy, and there was more chance of me being Elizabeth Taylor's love child than there was of me making a living making fun of things. But there you go. Also, I'd like to go back and tell my high school geography teacher, who said that I was going to hell in a handcart because I talked too much and my mouth was so big. I would like to tell him that it got me here on this balcony today. But so it's a great, great, good fortune to have a column in a national newspaper and be a smartass for a living. And Italian parents don't think that's really a career option, so I'm glad I'm here. But I'm very fortunate to live in this country, which is not a fascist country. The Prime Minister is not a fascist, despite what you think about him. And partly I know this because you can write very rude, cruel, sarcastic things about him and keep possession of all 10 of your fingernails and your toenails. And this is not true in the rest of the world, in very many parts of the world, where people who write satire take a huge risk. And I just wanted to talk about that just for a few minutes. I know this is supposed to be freedom of expression in Canada, but I keep an eye on sort of what's happening to professional mockers in the rest of the world, and it's a very frightening thing. It's not a career, it's a deadly occupation in parts of the world. And I just want to talk about a few people. I don't think I could do what they did if I thought that I was going to lose my fingernails and my toenails. I don't think I could make fun of the government the way they do. So there's, for example, there's Ali Farzad in Syria, one of the most famous cartoonists in the Middle East, who started drawing cartoons when he was 12, I think. And his political cartoons were largely symbolic for a very long time. He actually met Bashar al-Assad at an art gallery opening, of all things, of his cartoons. And shortly before the uprising happened in Syria, he decided he would start depicting